Hello and welcome back to Actual Car Models. So today we're doing another video and we're doing a conversion from this JCB 86C-1 into a Doosan. So these diggers are obviously very common in real life. Obviously Brushwood makes them, so, well, not Brushwood, Britain's does, but these are sort of the only real common digger that you can buy as model, unless you want to start spending a lot of money and stuff like the Myanmar's only occasionally pops up on eBay. But anyway, you could easily buy another one of these, which is why I'm not bothered about converting it. I'd already weathered this one slightly, as you can see, weathered tracks and stuff. I'm going to leave the undercarriage as it is and weathered, but I want to convert it to a Doosan. So in real life we run two Doosans. We have a 22 tonner with a harvesting head and also an 8 tonner with a shear. The shear basically takes out the top of the tree, and the harvesting head will pick the tree up from the bottom and cut it up, and it will do a whole big trees, and the shear will just go around doing little trees. But anyway, we're going to turn this into an 8-ton Doosan. I'm going to take the cab off. I've normally filmed this on the workbench, but I have about 3 other projects on the go. I have this forestry garden going in the 6820. I have the voucher, which is all sprayed up and primed up, but since I'm doing lots of painting, I thought I'd do it all in one go and get this one done as well. So anyway, we'll take it apart. So the only thing I really need to take off is the cab. So I might be able to do the cab without taking the undercarriage off. I mean, the screwdrivers are slight, and I will take this off because I don't want to risk stripping the screws. You can tell this is a cheaper model because on the more expensive ones they have a plate covering all these screws here, but it's still quite a good model. I've been wanting to do this conversion for a long time, but it's just been getting around to it, and I finally got some paint. I spent about £20, no, must have been more than that. I honestly had a whole basket full of paint. I think I bought every kind of spray paint they had in the shop. Right, so the screws there, obviously we want to keep this safe and not lose it, so the closest thing I have to hand is a trailer, put it in there. So this undercarriage, the Doosan's undercarriages are a bit more grey, but I'm going to leave it as it is, this undercarriage. Now for the actual digger itself, I need to dismantle or take off the cab. The cab's staying it as it is. Again, the Doosans are a bit more grey, but that's not going to matter for this one. I'm going to leave it as a weathered cab. There's another screw. So there's different styles of Doosan. The one I'm going for is the completely orange counterweight. Some of them have like a black, well, like a blacky grey bit with their like logo on, but I'm just going to go for the straight orange with the logo. It's just easier, and it's the digger we have in real life. So I'll carry on and put a time lapse to this. So this just pulled apart quite easily, so that's pretty handy. I'll mask off the rams, but the rest of that can all get painted in orange. I still want to see if I can separate the cab. Oh, actually it looks like that one there, because that other screw would take the interior of the cab out. Another screw there. I don't understand why that's not coming out, because that screw is for the interior, so it should just pop out. We'll take the interior screw out just in case it has got anything to do with holding it in. But I don't think it has. So that's the interior. We'll just go with that. But again, the Doosan seats are grey fabric, JCB's a black fabric, but all of that, I'll mask off the exhaust, all of that will get sprayed in orange. The cab, I might, because it's think I was going to leave it weathered, but it won't look right because the rest of it will be all shiny, so I might repaint the cab, or I'd probably just leave it, to be fair, and weather the rest of it, because it'd be quite hard to mask up all these windows. There's just a little mirror off the side. Oh, nice. So now I'll do a time lapse of masking up all these rams. So basically the way I will do it is fully shut the rams as far as possible, get masking tape, wrap it around. Same with this. I won't be able to fully shut that one, because otherwise I won't get to the underside. So I have to keep that one about halfway. So I'll do that now. So that's all masked up now. That one went a bit funny, I put too much tape, but these two went pretty well. So I'll go and spray that in primer and then paint it. I had a bit of an accident as such with the Doosan. So I had a board propped up against another board to keep the wind and leaves off it outside when it's painting. That board fell, that snapped off there, and that pin has gone in there, so we'll have to fix that. But for now I just want to sort of get it together enough, and then we'll fix it when it's together. So after a few coats it came out really well with the primer. I've still got to do all the decals obviously. So we'll, actually if I remember rightly, the cab was in it first. So the cab was in it like that. Now we just got to start putting some screws back in. I'll put a time lapse to this because this could take a while. So we don't want the JCB sticker on it, on the seat, because it's not a JCB, so we'll just scratch that off. And that just pulled the seat out, so I think I'm going to paint over it instead. Okay, so I can't seem to get that to glue, which I didn't expect it to. I've got the Yanmar's original bucket on it now with pins, because I don't have a quick hitch spare at the moment, and the original bucket with this is pretty naff. So I was going to use this ram off this old Kubota I used for parts, but this ram is longer, so as you can see I've just drilled both the pins, and that one's still in there, but it's quite hard to do one-handed. But basically what I'm going to do is take that ram out of there, drill that pin, take that ram out, put that whole ram where that ram was. Be a little small, but it should work. And I've also written Doosan on it as decals because I didn't have any proper ones. Pretty much it. I finally got some actual decent decals for it. I don't know if the clip is still in there, the other ones. So for the pins, because I had to put this new ram in here, a bit annoyed a bit of spray got in there where I had to spray over the old decals that I did, but they turned out horrible, so I put new ones. I put these pins in and Loctited them so they don't rotate themselves, but they can still be rotated around. The same with that pin. The bucket pins I haven't, because I can always put a quick hitch on this now. It's got a nice big back detail. But yeah, a very nicely done model finally, now it's done. So I will be selling these, obviously without a broken top ram and any of that broken stuff, but probably a lot nicer condition than this. So if you're interested in one, contact me on Instagram. So that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and see you again soon.